A Tesla home for $249 a month sounds impossible, yet it is already in production and aimed at seniors who want to escape rent. What makes it so cheap and what comes attached to that price is where things get interesting. The housing crisis that broke the system. Home prices in 2024 reached nearly 12 times the average yearly income in the United States, and in major cities like New York and San Francisco, even a modest apartment can cost close to $1 million. Most people spend their whole working lives paying rent and never actually own the space they live in. For seniors, the pressure is worse because savings slowly shrink while housing, utilities, and taxes keep climbing. Tesla decided the traditional system was too broken to patch, so they built something entirely different. So where did the idea come from, and why did it start with one man choosing to live in a box? The odd experiment that started it all. This home did not come from a corporate strategy meeting. It came from a personal decision Elon Musk made in Texas, where he chose to live in a 400-square-foot unit made by a company called Boxable. For someone who could afford far more, the choice raised eyebrows. What it revealed was simple: comfort does not require size, and independence comes from controlling your space and costs, not the number of rooms. That small experiment became the foundation for a product designed to work for millions, not just those chasing square footage. And once Tesla decided to build it, they did not build it like a house. They built it like a machine. This is not construction, it is manufacturing. Tesla builds these homes like cars inside a factory in Nevada, with most of the work handled by machines, including Tesla's Optimus robots, which keeps production fast and costs predictable. Aerospace-grade steel and high-strength concrete composites are pressed under loads between 260,000 and 265,000 pounds, creating a structure far stronger than what most traditional homes use. Every part is fitted to within half a millimeter, so each unit is nearly identical. When ready, the home folds for transport, ships on a Tesla Semi, and can be installed within hours. Now that you know how it is built, here is the part most people actually want to know. What do you get, and what does $249 a month really hold up? What $249 a month actually gets you. The base version starts at around $5,983 and covers the core structure with basic utilities. Most buyers move up to the full package at $14,993, which turns the unit into a complete living system. That price includes a solar roof, a Powerwall battery for backup power, heated floors, a hospital-grade air filtration system, and sensors in the floor that detect falls and contact emergency services automatically. Tesla spreads the full cost over 5 years with zero interest, which works out to roughly $249 a month. After those 5 years, the payments stop entirely, and the home belongs to you. Compared to assisted living, which can cost thousands every month with no end date, the difference is hard to ignore. But here is a question worth asking before you get excited about the price. Can a structure this affordable actually survive a real storm? Built to survive real conditions. The structure has been tested against winds reaching 180 miles per hour, which puts it well within the range of the most powerful hurricanes. It also carries approval for high seismic zones and earthquake safety. Fire resistance matches commercial buildings, and the anchoring system uses heavy-duty bolts built for extreme force. The insulation is significantly better than that of standard homes, which reduces heating and cooling costs year-round. The overall design is rated to last over 60 years, so this is a long-term home, not a stopgap solution. The structure holds up outside, but inside a space this size, the experience either works or it does not. And this is where the design gets clever. A small space that does not feel small. The unit covers 240 square feet, which sounds tight, but the design works against that feeling in a few deliberate ways. The ceiling height opens the space visually, and the glass roof shifts from clear to frosted in seconds, controlling light and heat without any effort. Furniture folds away when not in use, the bed tucks out of sight during the day, and storage is built into every available wall. Everything in the home connects through a single app, so lighting, temperature, curtains, and appliances all respond to one interface. Over time, the system learns your patterns and adjusts on its own, making the space feel less like a small house and more like a home that moves with you. But smart living only means something if the home is actually safe to age in, and Tesla went much further on that front than most people expect. Aging in place without the fear. Safety is built into this home at a level most houses never reach. The floor sensors track movement continuously, and if someone falls and does not get up within about 45 seconds, the system contacts emergency services and unlocks the front door so help can get inside. The bathroom has no step-in barrier, and support bars are built directly into the structure rather than bolted on as an afterthought. The kitchen keeps everything accessible and clutter-free, and small touches like shelving for photos and a space for pets are included because the designers understood that home means more than function. All of this sounds almost perfect, and that is exactly the right moment to slow down, because there are things about this deal that the marketing does not lead with. The hidden costs and control issues. The pricing looks strong on the surface, but the details can change the picture. Some early buyers requested refunds within days of delivery. The ownership model carries real restrictions, and missing payments for even a short period can lead to repossession without the drawn-out legal process that protects traditional homeowners. There are also community fees that start low but can increase over time. The home collects usage data from inside the unit, and that data belongs to the company, not to you. The warranty is shorter than expected, so repairs after a couple of years come out of your pocket. Resale is also limited by buyback terms that reduce flexibility. You may own the physical structure, but a meaningful degree of control still sits with the company. On top of all that, there is more than one variable that most buyers never think about until it is too late, and it has nothing to do with the home itself. Location changes everything financially. Where you place this home matters as much as the home itself. In states like Texas, Florida, Arizona, Nevada, and Idaho, units like this are often classified as movable structures rather than permanent property, which removes property tax from the equation entirely and keeps long-term costs genuinely low. In most other states, placing the home on land can trigger a permanent property classification, bringing annual tax bills between $2,400 and $3,600. Spread over 2 decades, that adds up to tens of thousands of dollars on top of everything else. The monthly cost that looks affordable in one state can quietly become a financial strain in another, and that calculation needs to happen before you sign anything. So with all of that on the table, the price, the perks, the risk, and the location rules, who does this work for and who should walk away? Who this works for and who it does not. This home makes the most sense for someone who wants lower monthly costs, is comfortable with technology, and lives in or plans to move to a state with favorable tax treatment. The modular design adds flexibility too. Start with one unit and connect more later, with power and plumbing linking up in a single day. That said, this is not the right fit for everyone. If full ownership and complete control are priorities, the restrictions here may feel too significant. If privacy matters, knowing the company owns your usage data is a real concern. And if you plan to pass the home down to family, the transfer rules may get in the way. The question is not whether this home is good, it is whether it fits your life.